Hello, everyone, and welcome to Steve's World of Music Review number 40. That there was Felix Mendelssohn. Today we have for you Barlow Girl, Syd Barrett, and Bauhus. Let's get right into it with Barlow Girl from Elgin, Illinois. Here is Take Me Away. Barlow Girl is known as Christian rock, forward by three sisters, Alyssa, Rebecca, and Lauren. Here's My Life. Look on YouTube, their viewership for their videos is in the millions, and they're on Christian rock top. They've set records on there. Here's the last one to play for you. This is Never Alone.
Show. No, no.
They play most of the instruments themselves. Barlow Girl. Now, in between spotlight artists, I play just about anything I want. Today I'm going to do a one-hit wonder. I'm trying to go through all my ceiling boards here. And we're on our 40th broadcast, and we're still at the beginning of the Bees. So here is Mr. Barry McGuire, 1965.
My blood's so mad, feels like coagulating. I'm sitting here just contemplating. I can't twist the truth, it knows no regulation. Handful of senators don't pass legislation, and marches alone can't bring integration. When human respect is disintegrating, this whole crazy world is just too frustrating. And you tell me over and over and over again, my friend, I don't believe we're on the eve of destruction. Think of all the hate there is in Red China, then take a look around to Selma, Alabama. You may leave here for 4 days in space, but when you return, it's the same old place. The pounding of the drums, the pride and disgrace. You can bury your dead, but don't leave a trace. Hate your next door neighbor, but don't forget to say grace. And tell me over and over and over and over again, my friend, you don't believe we're on the eve of destruction.
1965. So now we're going to travel to Northampton, England, and Syd Barrett. Syd Barrett's parents, he was born Roger Barrett, and he was called Syd a couple times, and it kind of stuck, but he was never called that at home. I don't know if he liked the name or disliked it. His parents bought him a ukulele at the age of 10, a banjo at the age of 11, and an acoustic guitar at the age of 14. Then he bought his own electric guitar and built his own amplifier. Here is one of Syd's first songs that he wrote. This is called Effervescing Elephant.
An effervescing elephant with tiny eyes and great big trunk once whispered to the tiny ear, the ear of one inferior, that by next June he died. Oh yeah, because the tiger would roam. The little one said, oh my goodness, I must stay at home. And every time I hear a growl, I know the tiger's on the prowl, and I'll be really safe, you know. The elephant, he told me so. Everyone was nervy, oh yeah, and the message was spread to zebra, mongoose, and the dirty hippopotamus, who wallowed in the mud and chewed his spicy hippoplankton food and tended to ignore the word, referring to survey a herd of stupid water bison. Oh yeah, and all the jungle took fright and ran around for all the day and the night, but all in vain, because you see the tiger came and said to me, you know, I wouldn't have not wanted you. I much prefer something to chew, and you're all too scant. Oh yeah, he ate the elephant.
Syd Barrett was also a scout, and he became a patrol leader in his teen years. Here is No Good Trying.
It's no good trying to place your hand where I can't see, because I understand that you're different from me. Yes, I can tell that you can't be what you pretend.
Sid Barrett was in school, one of his teachers happened to be Roger Waters' mom. And sadly, when Sid was at the end of his 15th year of life, his father passed away. And he then formed a band called the Mottos. No, I don't have any recording of the Mottos. But here is Gigolo Ants.
Around in a trench coat with the Sentinel trail. Seems to be all around, it's dim and then pale. Driving on down to the beach to see the blue and the grey. Seems to be all on its rosy, it's a beautiful day. Will you please keep on the track? I almost want you back. 'Cause I know what you are a gigolo ant, you're the gigolo ant. Yes, I know what you are a gigolo ant, you're the gigolo ant.
So yes, that's Sid Barrett on vocals. Then they were able to get into a studio for a free session thanks to a friend of Richard Wright's. And their influences were the Beatles and the Rolling Stones because they had seen them in concert, and then they had dealt in some psychedelic because that was becoming real popular in around 1966, 67 over in the UK. Here's No Man's Land.
Searching, you even try. I can make you smile. If it's there, will you go there too? When I live, I die.
So Sid Barrett did his first LSD trip around this time, and then there was a sect that he wanted to join, and they refused him because of his age. He was always the main man with Pink Floyd, the Pink Floyd, when they started. They had a couple different options of their names, but they went with Pink Floyd when they got up on stage to do a performance, and they realized that somebody else was already called. I forget the name right now. So he wrote 8 out of the 11 tracks off Pipers at the Gates of Dawn, and then co-wrote 2 of the others. Here is Matilda Mother.
There was a king who ruled the land. His majesty was in command. The silver eyes, the scarlet eagle showered silver on the people. Have to read the lines and scribbling black and everything shines. Across the stream with wooden shoes, bells to tell the king the news. The thousand misty riders glide from high once upon a time, wandering and dreaming.
So Sid Barrett's drug use would eventually take him out. He had disappeared on a long weekend, and when he came back, he wouldn't recognize friends. He had like a blank stare on him. He'd get on stage and would just play a single note, wouldn't be able to hold his pick, or he'd just walk around the stage while the rest of the band played. Here's Remember a Day. Richard Wright. So around the time that he was rejected from getting into that sect when he was on that LSD trip, he wrote this song. I've always loved this song. This is a great song. Here's Bike. Eventually the band was going to rehearsal and they said, should we pick up Sid? And somebody said, no, let's not. And they eventually just let him go out of the band, and Pink Floyd continued on, and Sid Barrett, then hounded by the record companies because he was the front guy with Pink Floyd, and he made a couple more albums, Madcap Laughs and Barrett. Here is last one I'm going to play for you. This is Terrapin.
I really loved you, and I mean you. The star above you, crystal blue. Well, oh baby, my head's on end about you. I wouldn't see you, and I love to. I fly above you, yes I do. Well, oh baby, my hair's on end about you.
So Sid Barrett, we'll be talking more about him when we get to Pink Floyd. Now let's go back to, I believe, 1963. Speaking of Sid Barrett, and the one I played, Eve of Destruction, and now we're going to hear Hello Stranger by Barbara Lewis. Oldie.
Chuba, chuba, my baby. Hello, stranger. It seems so good to see you back again. How long has it been? Seems like a mighty long time. My baby. It seems like a mighty long time. Oh,
Y'all remember that one? Now we
so glad
go to Northampton, England. Bauhus, a short-lived group. Let me just start you off. Here's the man with X-ray eyes. So they started out in 1978, but didn't put out an album until the 80s, and they disbanded in 83. Their first one that they tried to put out a single, which is called Bela Lugosi is Dead, and it didn't fare too well. And but it was used in the opening scene in the movie The Hunger with David Bowie. If you've not seen the movie The Hunger, I really recommend that. But here's a section of that. There's a lot of blood flying around there in the opening of that. Here is the Three Shadows Part 2. They're considered gothic rock. They went on to pursue solo careers. Thank you all for watching today. I've got a special closer coming up here in just a second. And my goal here is to not repeat a song for at least 2 to 3 years. I think I can do that, whereas the radio, their playlist would be gone already. So thank you, Renee, for keeping up with the Facebook page, and everybody follow that page, and please share it with your friends. Now I want you to guess who is doing this last track. Put it in the comments, and then if you get it right, I'll play a song for you. Here we go.
If the sun don't come to get your jack, I'm standing in the English rain.
So who is that? Put it out in the comments who that group is. Thank you all for watching today. Have a great one.